Good evening, my name is Jonathan Linares Vargas. I am 19 years old. I am from the city of Bogota. I live in the town of Kennedy. I live along with my mother. The sports I practice are high performance cycling and a little basketball. At this moment, my profession is a bit hectic since I am carrying out my apprenticeship contract based on my technologies in automotive mechatronic maintenance, for which in the company in which I work I have to be alert and attentive to every young, since that there is only one mechanic, one electrician, one man who is in charge of changing filters and changing oils, and a young man who is in charge of refueling the vehicles, which is why as an apprentice I have to be able to every young, who is why it is exhausting work. In the part of having a family, it is a question that I have already been asked, and I always answer the same. I am not of an age to think about that, and also saying the reality of this country and my little passion with the children due to the bad education of parents now. I don't want to have children and a woman who is interested. The only family I want and have is my mom, all my uncles and aunts, all my cousins and their children. What I think about right now is my future, being able to get ahead and be someone recognized in what I do. The most relevant moment is it all started when I decided to learn everything related to mechanics vehicles, their parts, their failures, how to repair them, and everything related to the subject. Little by little, I watched videos to learn about the subject. As soon as I graduated in 2019, shortly after I managed to enter SENA. Back in April 2020, I started my class. Unfortunately, the pandemic and quarantine had already started, but that was not an impediment to my learning. If I hadn't taken my classes for fear of the pandemic or the virus, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I decided to learn in because since I was little I liked cars and motorcycles. I was passionate about knowing how they worked, and especially that I come from the generation that grew up watching the famous muscle cars. Sometimes later, when I was already studying, my mom told me a story that when I was little, she used to see me playing with my cars, repairing them, and so on. But that she did not expect that in reality this was the profession that the future would come to exercise. If hadn't followed the path that God had planned for me since I was little, I don't know what I would be doing now. The way to learn it was not easy all. I do not deny it. At the beginning, it was very hard for me to understand everything that they were teaching me. I had to adapt to the platform, to the means of communication that we would use, such as Zoom, Meet, and Microsoft Teams. I had to do a lot of research, read a lot, do a lot of learning kits, do a lot of evaluation. I thought that I would only have to see the topic that I wanted to learn, but it wasn't like that. I had to see other class, but those respective class also told me about subjects of one I wanted to practice. If I had given up on everything I had to deal with right now, I would be lazy at home. And with the passing of time, I was about to complete a year and a half of JUS class, JUS theory, which meant that for me, my final test was approaching. The limits test, getting contract of learning, and this all my acquiring is knowledge. Currently, I have been in the company for months doing what if I like and that makes me happy. If I had know how far I'm going and what I have to achieve, I'm sure that I will take the same path again. However, I want to say that life is not easy. If you have goals or dreams for the future, you must fight for them. Just like me, despite the obstacles, I have a clear goal to get ahead. I had to deal with many late nights to turn in my texts, but with a lot of determination, courage, skills, being challenging, and an open mind person who envisions the future, anything can be achieved. As a conclusion, I think I was able to continue with my ordinary life. I also had to go with the flow, which means accept this as they happen, be relaxed and accept a situation instead of trying to fight and control it. I also had to go the extra mile. However, I had to worry about to cross that bridge when I go to it, meaning I was worried about a future situation or problem until I got there. My life project is really very ambitious. My short term goals are the following. First of all, I want to finish my last English course so that I can get my sixth and last certificate so that I can have my six levels of English finished before I finish my internship. Second of all, I want to finish my internship in the company where I am, in this way having my six English certificates and my complete internship to be able to wait for a response for my graduation. Third, all I want is to be able to graduate from SENA with my automotive mechatronic maintenance technologies degree. Having obtained my degree, I will continue with my long-term goals. My long-term goals begin after my graduation. A few days after graduation, I want to report to the Colombian Army for two important points: resolve my military situation and be able to work with them. To make me understand what I was is to belong to be the army but working in the administrative area and begin able to exercise everything I have learned. While I am there, I want to be able to access a university with their help and in this way be able to study to be able to acquire my title as mechatronic engineers. If God allows me, I want to continue in the army with my littles and working with them, but thinking in the future on being a respect and recognized soldier, for which I will have to work hard to be able to move up the ranks. The rank I want to achieve is of Major General. During my working time, I want to have a very long vacation to be able to buy my motorcycle that I love so much, make it take off and then go on a trip with my mom. The first place I want to take her is to Santa Marta, so she can get to know the sea. However, you can enjoy it and marvel at its beauty. After at it all is, what I want is to reach my pension and be able to leave Bogota. I don't know clearly where I want to go and live with my mom, but what I was is for is to be work so I can get out of this impressive call. What is he doing here? If God allows me, I want to be able to set up a small workshop and be able to help people with their cards. To achieve my dreams, I have to make a lot of efforts. I have to get up early every day, study a lot to be able to full master my subject In this way, I don't come across a problem that I can solve. I have to save a lot of money, but the most important thing is that I must maintain a positive attitude every day to never give up, not feel defeat, and thus be able to fulfill everything planned. Thank you very much for your attention.